Namaste and welcome to a super duper early Bees Father Day edition. It is Father's Day, so my shout out today is to you, Dad. Happy Father's Day, man. Thanks for raising me. Thanks for helping me out through the whole deal. You've been really good at making sure everything's taken care of and you know, making sure we're always good to go, making us a priority. So thanks, Dad. So let's get in here and see what we got going on. No real activity. I see the bees are probably sleeping, luckily, so that's good. Hopefully I can get in here and not have a whole ton of activity. I can see them in there. What I'm going to try and do today is move some more of those honeycombs down to the bottom, see if they're populating the bottom as well. We'll see what happened from last week with those combs that I rubber banded to the bottom box. See what's going on with them, see if they're taking care of it and doing what they're supposed to be doing. Started making some metal art. I made a flower yesterday. May do a series on metal art. I like to weld as a hobby, so I may do a second episode showing you guys that. Turned out pretty good. I used a bunch of metal junk that I had that I never threw away, and I'm glad I didn't throw it away because it cost me $0 in material to build. So and as you can see, they stopped building comb on the roof, which is really good because I was kind of not wanting them to do that. So there we already seeing some good signs. So it looks like they've almost 100% populated the top little tiny box, which is good. I want to see how much they're doing down at the bottom, so we'll look at that, but I got to take this comb off, so we'll do that next, but I want to set up the other frame first. Doesn't look like there's a whole lot of activity in the bottom. Hope you all are having a great weekend. I'm having a good weekend. Another really work-heavy weekend. I think that every weekend for me is a work-heavy weekend, but so is life. right. Whew. Get a little more activity going on here. Now once I put this in, we'll go into the bottom hives and see what's going on with the comb down there. I need to get some bigger rubber bands. That's what I'm thinking. These work good for the top, but not the bottom, just because it's so much bigger of a... Oh my God, I only have one left. I may have to go get another rubber band here. See what happens here. Oh, wow. All right. Oh, nope, never mind. Well, let's see here. Oh my God. I may just leave it down there like that for now until I can get a rubber band big enough. I don't really want to mess with it right now. I also have to take the rest of this comb out. What I'm trying to do is I want to fit another frame in the top. And you can see they're building frame behind the comb. So they're actually building comb behind comb, and again, I just want to organize everything here. That's just some extra comb. So let's see what's going on in the bottom here. So we'll go ahead and look at the one we built. We put together last week. It doesn't look like they're actually using it yet. It's kind of weird. They haven't built off it. I don't know what they have against the bottom rung, but hopefully they decide that it's a good idea to start building comb here soon. Does look like they're building on the other one. The rubber band's broken on it, but looks like they're still doing their job on that one. It's like just that one they're not building off of, which is kind of bizarre, but we'll just have to play it by ear. Maybe they'll decide that they want to start building off the bottom. A lot of these other frames are unpopulated. Let's see what's going on over here. So again, they're not building on any of it yet. The top's populated, so I really hope they start because they're running out of room here. We'll just have to see what they do. The hive still looks pretty healthy. Like I said, this top one's full. It weighs about 40 pounds. Feels like it weighs about 40 pounds. And that's how much it should weigh full. The bottoms will weigh 80 pounds because they're double the size of the top ones. And this is just kind of generalities. They're not probably exactly 40 pounds, but the reason they make the top ones half the size of the bottom ones is because the bottom ones you're going to be moving more because you're getting honey out of them. So that's why they make them half the size of the big ones. So at least I was able to add a 9th frame to the top so they can continue populating. I really hope they go to the bottom. So I think this is all I'm going to do for the messing with the bees today. I think that last weekend I had done so much that should go easy on them this time. Was talking to Homesteader Bob again. He told me that he had a mouse infestation last year at his beehive, and that the bees killed the mouse first, so they stung it to death or something, and then they proceeded to cover the mouse in propolis, which is the same material they use to make the seal on the roof of the hive and in between the two boxes, just to windproof the hive. And basically they propolis the mouse because they didn't want to contaminate the honey in the hive or the hive itself. So the bees are so clean that they know that the mouse is going to contaminate the hive, and they cover it so that it doesn't. And then they've ran some tests on honey that came to the conclusion that there is absolutely no bacteria, nothing in that honey. It is like one of the purest, cleanest things in the world. Bees have some really clean thing to them where they know that they don't want bacteria, and that is why honey will never go bad. So if you store it correctly, of course, honey will stay indefinitely. So that's why honey is one of those hot commodities, is that, you know, it'll stay forever. I think even the U.S. government was trying to stockpile it because it was such a sought-after material or food. So interesting stuff. I found that propolis thing was one of the more interesting things I've ever heard of. So another thing about bees, they normally go out about 3 to 5 miles in a day. They don't like to go more than that, so they'll only go 3 miles out to 5 miles out and back to get their pollen for honey. We have a lavender farm, I think, within 3 miles, and I think that some of these bees may be going there to get their pollen, just because my population of bees is growing, and I think that they're traveling further to get their honey. So really interesting stuff. Thought I'd share it with you guys. So with that, I hope that all of you guys out there who have kids have a wonderful Father's Day. And as always, mahalo for watching, and I will see you again.